Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Ring Lamb, and today I'm making this video because it marks my 8-year anniversary on YouTube. It's literally crazy to me because I started this the year before high school, or the year before high school. The year before high school ended, so before my senior year of high school, and I always say this every year. It's really crazy how much time passes. Like literally last summer I was talking about, oh, this is going to be my last year of like university. I'm, hopefully getting back to some normalcy when it comes to filming, everything. And now, lo and behold, I'm going back in September, but for a master's degree. But it's just crazy. Didn't think I was going to be in school this summer either. But I'm doing additional qualification courses, so it's not towards a degree, it's just towards extra qualifications. Little update with that. Oh, by the way, I didn't film a Bow Back to Me because I was like filming this today and I was like, or yesterday. I didn't film a Bow Back to Me yesterday because I was filming this today. So I'm going to give you a reading update, a little life update. But yeah, I finished my math course. Technically, Wednesday's the last day, but I'm going to be finished up all work tomorrow. It's just a few little things I have to wrap up. It'll probably take me a half an hour. But I'm just holding it off till tomorrow because I just don't feel like dealing with it today. And then I start my next class, which is special education, on the 3rd of July, and that runs the full month. And then I have August off, and then I start school in September and hopefully working. Everything's been kind of slow because where I am located, there's 3 phases apparently for, getting back to normal after COVID, and we just got in phase 2, and we were behind most cities and places in my province. There's a few that are behind us, but we are kind of stuck at a bit of a standstill. So a lot of like places are really slow right now. So yeah. Anywho, besides all that, I'm really grateful that you guys have continued to stick with me. I know like the last 2 years I haven't been the most consistent because of being up at school and then coming back home, and then I just wasn't in a place where I kind of got in a kind of slump with filming. I just wasn't into it as much anymore. I wanted to still talk about books, but I was getting like, I just didn't want to put in the effort to film, sit down. I'm very harsh on myself, so watching back editing when I'm having moments where I don't feel the most confident, regardless of whatever all of you say or whatever I think about myself, sometimes I do get harsh about how I am, and it's not even necessarily how I look. It could be how I am speaking, what I'm saying, anything. So I really appreciate all the nice comments throughout the years. I haven't really dealt with a lot of negativity, which I'm very grateful for. And I like to try to focus on the positivity and the nice people that watch my channel. And even if you guys have never commented or never comment, because I'm one of those viewers, like I rarely comment just because I just like enjoy watching and I feel kind of like timid to comment. I really appreciate all of you too. Even though we don't communicate, like I'm talking at you and you're probably relating to what I'm saying, I still appreciate you just as much. And if it wasn't for this community and all of you guys watching my videos, I wouldn't be coming back and posting and wanting to post. I'm trying to get back into a normal schedule, meaning I'm going to post a sit down video on Wednesday and then a Baba Back to Me on Sunday. But this year has been wild. A lot of my big milestones mark like personally wise in my personal life. So I went through a lot this year, and I grew a lot. I found new passions, or as I call it, my quarter life crisis. Loving math. It's weird. This year's crazy because when I started this channel, I was turning 17 that summer. This summer, I'm turning 25. Yeah, I can't believe it either. I feel like it's very weird. I'm not one of those people with birthdays that's like, oh, I don't want to get older. I don't mind getting older because it's life. Like, why would I lie about how old I am or getting older? I don't really mind it. It's more like just sadness sometimes when time's slipping away, but I feel like I've had some good years. I've graduated. I'm officially a teacher, which has been my dream since I was 12, and my nanny's dream. Unfortunately, she passed away when I was 13. So she doesn't get to celebrate with me, but she can look over and see what I'm doing. And I really just love this channel because it kind of is me a bit being able to teach in the sense where I'm talking about a book and I'm expressing myself why can't I speak today? I'm expressing myself with literary intention, and I don't know, it's just a creative outlet and I'm really enjoying it. I've read some really great books, so I'm going to kind of divert to what I'm reading. But I want to thank you guys so much. Like, you don't even know how much I appreciate all of you watching and continue to support me, especially like some of you have been here literally since the beginning, and I'm just in shock and disbelief that you've been around this long. And even just going back and watching my videos, I'm just like, oof, shocked we're all around. But it shows a lot of growth, so, you know, there's something. And this year I'm really excited for. There's some stuff I'm still working through, but excited nonetheless. Anywho, I've read some really great books this past week. This past week, since I last talked to you, I've read 2 books. And then, if you remember, I had 3 books that were kind of ongoing books that I was reading in between like chapters of my other books. I've finished those 2 books. And I'm almost finished the 3rd one in that like rotation. My book haul will potentially be next Wednesday, not this one, but the following one from Chapters, because a book I ordered in May, it was a used book, so it was going to take a month to get here. It's coming and I'm super excited about that. But anyway, I'm going to get into what I'm currently reading. So the main book I'm currently reading is 28 Summers by Elin Hilderbrand. If you're an Elin Hilderbrand fan, like myself, I've read 23 of her after I finish this book, I think I've read 23 of her 25 books. I still have to read the other 2. Just like kind of, when I started reading her books, I think she had, jeepers. Was it like 8, 9 books out? So I didn't get to go back and read the whole back catalog. So it's kind of like, I like to savor them because her writing is so good and it's so juicy and like, just love it. She's really good. But this book, if you're a big fan of hers, I honestly can say this. I'm only on page, let's check it out, 192. I hope to get to 250 tonight. I'm going to read a little bit more this evening. I can honestly say this is one of my favorite Elin Hilderbrand books so far, and if I've read that many of her books, goodness, like, so amazing. I was really excited for this one. Anywho, this one is about a girl named Mallory, and it chronicles her 28 summers at this Nantucket cottage and what she goes through. I don't want to give too much away, but one of the coolest things that is not really a spoiler, yeah, it's not a spoiler at all, is at the beginning of each chapter when they go through the years, like it starts in 93, it tells you like the main things, like Elin Hilderbrand starts a paragraph like what we were all talking about. And it's really interesting because I was born in 95, so obviously I think I'm on year 2000 right now. Some of the stuff I do know about because of history, but some of the stuff I don't know about, and it's interesting like looking it up and what people were talking about. Once it gets into like I think 2004, 2005, I'll have more coherence and should know most of the references, I would hope, because in 2005 I was 10. Yeah. Anywho, really loving it. Definitely recommend. If you're an Elin Hilderbrand fan and haven't got your hands on it, go forth. You won't be disappointed, I really hope. If we have a similar reading taste, but if you love her books already, I don't see how you could be disappointed with that one. Then I'm continuing Mindset Mathematics Grade 3 edition by Jo Boiler, Jen Munson, and Kathy Williams. I have this tab here because I have so many of these sticky tabs from my other book and it got, jammed and I just was frustrated. That's just sitting there. And currently I'm on page 202, Taking a Fractional Walk. And this is a few pages until the last big idea. So this is essentially the last chapter, and I think when I get to this point, after this one activity, I have 17 pages. So the goal is to finish this book by Thursday this week. That's my goal. And then I'm going to start a new math book to read alongside a main book. But yes, that is basically it. Don't have as many books on the go right now, which I kind of like because then I can focus on these 2. I actually read a lot of this the other day. I read 30 pages. It's just a harder read in the sense where it's all activity based. And I love reading about the activities, but I can only read about so many because sometimes I have to sit there and think and conceptualize how I would integrate this, think about how like students would interact with it, that kind of thing. But yeah, after I finish this work I have tomorrow, I'm gonna have even more time to read. I feel like the last week I've had a bit more time to read besides working on my final project, but I'm really looking forward to it. Animal Crossing is kind of slipping right now because I've just been really addicted to reading. I bought a lot of the books I've purchased. I've made it through quite a bit of them, which I'm really happy about, and I've been able to reread. Like, seriously, guys, I think I might be at 40 books read by the end of this month. My goal was 30 for the year. So that means I'll definitely for sure be able to get 50 books read this year, because if I finish 40, I'll definitely be reading more than 10. I already have 2 books that I know I'm going to be reading for the end of the year, and then that's 8 other books. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Definitely let me know if you're going to comment. I need to get back to my comments. It's been a few days. So if you commented recently, I'm getting better. I have it written down in a planner. But if you've been watching, let me know how long you've been watching for. Like, have you been watching since the beginning? Like, how many years? If you don't know for sure, you can just estimate. If you want to share that information. And also, maybe a recommend. Who is a booktuber I should check out? Just a word for the wise. I am reading mostly just fiction. I'm kind of staying away from YA. So any people that mostly read fiction would be preferable just because reading taste. But who is somebody that you think I should subscribe to? And I will definitely check them out if I'm not already subscribed, because I'm looking for more recs. Anywho, once again, this is going on quite long. Thank you so much for these 8 years. Just craziness, honestly, just wild. But I'm really grateful, and I really love the little community we built. So, like, as always, I'm so appreciative of you watching, and I can't wait to post more content for you guys to see and for us to bond over. Have a great day. Bye, guys.